Hey everybody, welcome to Valentine TV. The reaction today is coming from TISA Tales platform. Uh, and as you come in, y'all, please don't forget to hit the subscription. I'm sorry. Y'all, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also, uh oh, what is gonna happen next, huh? But anyway, I just had some some stalling news to come to my family today. Yes, about my mom. So y'all please pray. And I'm hanging, trying to hang. All right. As you come in, please hit the subscribe button and also the like button. And okay, it's coming from Tisa Tales platform, as I said. We're almost at that 1,000 mark. I forgot to look and see how many. I think it was 8. I don't know now. Um, but okay, the Combs twins are going to sell some hoodies. That's what they said. They said they're not going to college. They're going to sell hoodies, clothes, something like that. And I'm just wondering, is Diddy trying to hide assets? You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let Tisa talk and let y'all know what's going on, and I'll come right back with my reaction. Okay. All right. And sorry about the mistakes. Okay. 1 second.
Announced they're skipping college and launching a hoodie line. Listen, I'm not gonna lie, that would be adorable if the streets weren't saying that this is nothing but a front, because Diddy knows that everything he knows and loves is about to be caught up in federal forfeiture. So what do? You trot your youngest, well, not youngest, baby love is like, what about me? You trot some of your cute daughters out there in order to create an asset shield, because you know the federal government is about to come for everything you owe them. Yeah, that's right. See, here's the thing. Diddy's people may have forgotten that Diddy was convicted on 2 federal crimes of the Mann Act. And that means because he was using Sean Combs Global and Bad Boys Global to pay for it, the baby, they're about to snatch all his assets. So he trotted out his cute daughters in order to create a new legacy with his money. But the problem is, it's not going to work, y'all. Let's get into baby. The feds are coming. Let's not get distracted by those hoodies and these soft launches, because while the twins were out here modeling zip ups on Instagram, their daddy is modeling federal convictions. Let's talk about what those convictions really mean. Diddy has now been hit not once, but twice under the Mann Act. That's the federal law used to prosecute sex trafficking across state lines, originally created in the 1900s to stop what they used to call white slavery. Yes, it was old. Yes, it has very sick racist roots, but it is very much still alive in a new way. And prosecutors love to use it when the stakes are high and the headlines are harder. And Diddy just became Exhibit A. Maybe 2 federal convictions tied to the Mann Act in, listen, in federal court, sure. But in civil court, you might be able to skip past this. But in federal court, make no mistake, federal court, federal law, federal consequences. And here's where things are getting spicy.
Sorry, y'all. Lord help me, Jesus. That came from deep within. It's hot. These lights are burning, boy. But anyway, y'all. Yeah, I wanted Tisa to get y'all so y'all sort of know what we're trying to talk about, because I couldn't even get it out. My brain had brain fog. Okay. Um. So. Mm, yeah. Just so y'all won't think I'm losing it right here. Just had some bad news about my mom and how long maybe, and you know what I'm saying. So I was trying to get myself to feel, But anyway, let's keep it going. Hmm. Okay, so how do you, let me let Tisa keep going. Okay, just let me let her keep going.
Once you're convicted under a federal statute, especially one related to sex trafficking or coercion, it opens the door for forfeiture laws, which are basically the government's way of saying you used your money, your businesses, and assets to commit crimes. That was cute. We'll be taking all of it now. Thank you. Now, baby, let's run the checklist. He used private jets to fly escorts across state lines. He paid women off using company accounts. He booked hotel rooms through corporate travel. He sent hush money through payroll. You use your record label, your fashion brand, and vodka
Oh,
company.
okay. So y'all know since he used the company funds and stuff like that, they may take away the companies, right? Or the company. I don't know if he just has one record studio, right? Com- Combs Global. They may take that away. And now since the girls up here don't want to go to college, I heard they didn't want to go to college before. As soon as they daddy had gotten locked up, I heard that they didn't even want to go to college. I mean, Chance went, yeah, but I had heard this a while back that the twins didn't want to go, but I didn't know what they was gonna do, and I don't, and them selling shirts and clothes like the daddy, and they said he may not be able to be the face of the clothes, but he can be behind it, making all them moves, making that money still by using his twins. That's just what they're saying. But I'm gonna let Tisa go ahead, okay?
To cover it up. Bingo. That's called.
I don't know why it's buffering so much. Sorry, y'all. I don't know why it's buffering so much.
Business-backed criminal activity. And under federal law,
See? Wait a minute. I don't know what's going on. It's like, just a minute, y'all. Just a minute. Just a minute. Just a minute.
if your LLC, trust, and all those kids got trust,
Let me see something right quick.
or brand was used to facilitate a crime, even indirectly, the feds can freeze, seize, and liquidate those assets. We're talk about that forfeiture because right now, Combs Global is a crime scene. Not bankruptcy, not brand collapse, but forfeiture. That sexy little government tool where the feds don't sue you, they just take everything you have. Because if the Mann Act convictions stick, and it looks like they will, and if prosecutors can trace the criminal behavior back to business assets, the feds don't need to prove anything criminal beyond what's already been admitted. They just have to say, Your Honor, this company was used to commit, cover up, or fund criminal activity, and boom, that business, that property, that hoodie line, it's all up for grabs. Okay, let's break down how it works really quick, okay? Under Title 18 of the US Code, the government can seize any assets, physical or financial, that was used in the commission of a federal crime. Star Island and his LA residence was used to transport, and under the Mann Act. On top of that, I believe the private plane and those paperbacks full of money used in the commission of a federal crime, purchase with proceeds on the crime. We all know that Diddy was paying for that bussy, that not, not the kitty cat, but the woody cat, or used to facilitate facilitate a crime, even if indirectly. This includes, and we saw this in testimony, bank accounts, shell companies, real estate, intellectual property, yes, even your brand name, clothing inventory, revenue generating products like merch, music catalogs, or licensed trademarks. So Diddy was using Combs Global, Bad Boy Entertainment, or Sean John funds, again, to book those private flights, pay hush money, funnel NDA settlements through a corporate. Remember what he paid? Or even compensate staffers who help facilitate the behavior.
Dang, y'all, Diddy was busy. I mean, that money was going here, there, up, down. But I don't know. But his daughter selling these hoodies and all of that stuff, it's gonna cost a pretty penny just cause of the name. Um, and they probably even put Baby Love in there too and make some little baby ones. I mean, and it would all be so nice and pretty and neat if a daddy, you know what I mean? That would be so cute. I mean it really. But I mean, as far as knowing that Diddy may be trying to just use them just to get money, you know what I'm saying? And to hide money, instead of letting the girls do what they want and without having to pull them up in that kind of, I mean, they've seen enough. I would be embarrassed. I mean, I would be more than I'd be embarrassed now, but I'm just saying. So you have to use after all they done been through, and now you want to use them to make you money, so you can be behind the scenes, and they just be the face of it, and they can't ever escape anything about you as far as that life. You know what I'm saying? And then the younger one, Baby Love, growing up, I hope her mama shield her ears and her eyes. So at least it'll be one out the group that ain't seen all of this nonsense. You know what I mean? All right. I hope I explained that right. But yeah, leave them girls alone. They had to hear enough in court. And one of the twins is more, she seems like she's more laid back, not as like one twin, maybe a little wild, a little bit that I know of. I don't know him personally. And the other one seems like she just the feeling when I look at her. She looked like she's like laid back, a little shy, but the other one, no. So when you look at this picture, it's the never mind. Just let me just go ahead. Okay. All right.
We all know everybody was on payroll. That's more than just bad active, y'all. That's called criminal asset entangling. Now, what are the odds of forfeiture? Y'all, let's be real. This isn't a maybe. This is a when and how much situation. Because even though the man at convictions came from, well, I guess a few civil lawsuits, they were decided under federal law. And those two rulings, which explicitly state that he engaged in forced interstate sexual activity, are a legal jackpot for any federal investigation currently lurking in the shadows. You think the DOJ didn't notice? You think the IRS, the same people that locked up Al Capone, didn't clock the fact that Diddy had no salary listed for years while living like a sultan? You think the Manhattan U.S. Attorney's Office, the same one that took down Epstein, Hussein, and Sam Bankman-Fried, is going to leave this alone? No, baby. They're watching, they're calculating, and they're tracing assets right now. And don't forget, under forfeiture law, you don't have to be charged of a crime to lose everything. Again, you just need to be linked between the property, a link between the property and the underlying offense. So what is
So y'all know that the New York State, New York, whatever, where he was tried at, they hate that people are saying, oh yeah, he beat y'all. Y'all say y'all nobody can beat y'all and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, you think they like that? Do you think they ain't gonna go for it? They going for broke. The southern state of New York, is that how that's it? The southern state of New York, they going for the gusto on this. So things are getting ready to come back, back. And then y'all know they had the thing today for the to know to get the Senate's date. So all they gonna still sentence him. I think I heard October 3rd, if not the second, the third. They can still keep that date, but they have to have certain paper. Like the defense have to have the paperwork turned in by a certain date, and the prosecution had theirs turned in by a certain date, and then they go over the is he what was it? The reason he in there is he still mean to the public? You know what I'm I don't know why mean stuff just can't come out my mouth to save my life. But yes, he's still a danger to society. That's what I'm trying to say. Is he still a danger? How do people feel about him now? Has it changed this from this time to this time when he get ready to get sentenced? And you know, and if it's like a big no, he gonna probably get more time than y'all thinking that. I'm talking about the pro Diddy people. They thinking 2 years, or some even saying that he could come out on probation with time served. I heard that. I heard that he just pay a fine and do maybe a year and come on out. No, no. 20 years, 15 to 20 years. That's what I think. But I will go down. I go down 5. I say 10, at least 10, y'all. Now this is a anti Diddy girl talking, a survivor talking right here. And yeah, he's getting out at least 10 straight. And no, 10 years and however many months he been in jail. Cause when they take that little time off from being in jail to 10 months or whatever, I don't want none to come off of them years. You hear me? So 10 years and 11 months. Put it like that. Anyway, y'all, let me let TISA finish. But really, 10 years, I mean it. For all that mayhem, he need to be in there forever. I mean, they were just rough. Uh-oh. I'm always doing stuff. Why?
You just need to be linked between the property, a link between the property and the underlying offense. So what does this mean? If Diddy used his business to fund crime, and I think it's been proven he has, and he's already been found liable for that crime, then the business itself is now a crime scene. And if that hoodie line that the twins are trying to launch is tied to Colm Scoville money, contracts, and infrastructure, that hoodie drop could become evidence, not revenue. Now, baby, keep in mind with the twins, they're not just models, they are the front line. So let's talk about Diddy's beautiful, talented, unproblematic twin daughters,
Yeah.
Delilah and Jessie. They just launched a hoodie line and skipped college to become entrepreneurs. And if you take it at face value, it sounds sweet. Two young black girls following in their daddy's fashion footsteps. But y'all, we don't do face value over here. We do receipts, reputation rehab, and legal redirection because this isn't a coming of age story. This is crisis management with a family discount. Y'all, be serious, okay? Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Diddy can't front a fashion brand right now. He's got 2 federal convictions under the Mann Act, multiple lawsuits alleging rape, abuse, and trafficking, and a public image that's radioactive. Even Balenciaga won't touch it, and that's saying a lot. And a growing federal shadow investigating how deep this all goes. So what's a mogul to do when he can't be the face of his own empire anymore? He grabs the nearest fresh face, camera ready, legally untainted relatives, and then he hides behind them. You guys, this is
And the word is untainted. So why would you even want to taint them? You already got the boys. Leave the girls alone, please.
image laundering with a family friendly filter. Because honestly, I think even Diddy's staunchest supporters will admit the twins have zero scandals. They have that sympathy armor, well deserved, of losing their mother, Kim Porter. They've been relatively quiet in the press. They're just two, not all Diddy's daughters seem very nice and sweet. And the public still sees them, as they should, as innocent girls, not corporate players. So Diddy is using that image, that untouchable innocence, as a human shield for his next act. Think about this. Diddy can't sell Sean John anymore, but the twins can sell legacy. Diddy can't go on a press tour, but the twins can do brand deals, Teen Vogue, and even TikTok. And Diddy can't launch a rebrand, but the twins are the rebrand. But who's really running the show? Here's the thing. You can give the girls the Instagram handle. You can give them a photo shoot. You can give them the LLC. But unless they're signing the licensing deals, negotiating manufacturing contracts, and booking vendor appointments with their own independent capital, baby, this is still Diddy's business. What
Hey, I want to ask this question. It just popped in my head. Do y'all think that Quincy, y'all know how tight Quincy has been taking care of them twins, making sure they are all right, making sure they don't have to do this, that. You know what I mean? The prom, the making sure they straight. He's just stepped right into parenthood, right? That's their big brother. Do you actually think that he would let Diddy now? Now that I think about it, I think that would be the one reason that Quincy would take Diddy up out of here. Messing with the sisters. Cause he been with them twins since y'all, and y'all know it. He's been right there for them twins through thick and this thicker you can get right here. You know, he just took them straight up in there. And I watched some of his vlogs. They are freaking close. And if Diddy try them twins, I think Quincy, yeah, now he might not snap for I'll be sure no. But for his two sisters, the twin sisters, I think he a absolute and love, baby love, he gonna snap. He's gonna snap. Okay? That's what I think his pressure point is. Okay? Just remember I said this on Valentine TV. That's the only thing I think will make Quincy snap on her. Okay? And tell everything. You want Quincy to tell everything? Mess with them darn twins. Mess with them. That's me. And I seriously believe that. I feel that down in deep in my spirit. I do.
you're looking at is a proxy empire. I believe a new face on the same criminal infrastructure. He's not retiring, he's just repackaging. And the reason is simple. Diddy knows the feds are watching everything he touches. So now he's funneling attention and maybe even assets through the only people in his circle who aren't currently radioactive. It's not about empowering his daughters. It's about disempowering federal investigators from tracing the money. Because if the twins launch a line and it's technically independent, the public doesn't ask questions. But ask yourself, who owns the warehouse? Who's running the back-end website? Who's writing the checks? Follow logistics. And I hope to God you don't find a link back to Diddy. Again, Diddy's not stepping down. I firmly believe he's stepping behind. Because if Combs Global gets seized, if Sean John gets frozen, and if Diddy's name becomes too toxic for fashion, he can still own the game as long as someone else's face is on the scoreboard. And who better than the daughters America still roots for. Baby, Diddy is diabolical.
Yeah.
Diabolical. Okay? But listen, what do y'all think? Again, we're not going to sit here and pretend this is some cute coming of age story. Okay? Even some people are calling this Kylie Cosmetics 2.0. This is Nepo Baby Laundromat Fashion Edition. And yes, the twins are beautiful. They're charismatic. They got millions of followers and tons of goodwill. But let's be real. Diddy isn't launching this to secure their future. He's using their innocence to secure his. So again, here's what I think is happening. The feds are going through his books right now.
Yeah.
They're tracing company credit cards, expenses, jet logs, and hotel receipts. And those business accounts funded prostitution, coercion, or NDAs, that's asset forfeiture on site. Okay? On site. You know it. I know it. Diddy knows it. Baby, Diddy didn't get away scot-free. We'll see what he does with this asset forfeiture, but it seems like them boys are blue are coming. And when you combine that with the way that he now is letting his kids take the lead, let's also not forget, what's his name, Christian, doing that song with Kanye, even though now that he's out, we'll talk about that in another video. But
Yeah.
what do y'all think? Let me know in the comments, but I really do think there is something to it. And I do have to say, Diddy, you don't have us fooled one time. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
So yeah, I had to play the whole thing. I just did. And yeah, y'all let me know if y'all believe that Quincy is going. Do y'all think that that would absolutely make Quincy snap? I think that's. Did he mess with them twins after Quincy didn't? No, no. Now that's what's gonna make Quincy snap. The brothers, they ain't messing with the twins. Like making them mad, upset, nothing. But did he try to use them and get them in some kind of trouble, like Justin and Christian may be in? Shoot, man, Quincy gonna snap. The way he was chasing that when they went to the prom or wherever, Quincy was running down the street behind them. Don't leave me. That's what he was yelling. Yeah, I watched some of them vlogs. I wanted to see how close the family really, really is. Besides me just seeing them going in and out the court. So yeah, I went to Quincy's vlogs, and they were actually good. But yeah, real tight family. And I also watched how Diddy was, and now that I know what I know with him, I knew exactly where he was coming from, y'all. What he was doing. Always with a shirt off. Man, tripping. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get out of here. I just want y'all to see that video, and I just wanted to see if I could really do one today. But anyway, I love y'all and thank y'all for coming to Valentine TV. Please hit that subscribe button and the like if you like just a little bit of it, and I appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, bye y'all.